Hello, welcome to Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live, where we solve the world's best crosswords together every day live on stream. We are going on TikTok, on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I see AJ Bradley saying happy Thursday, everyone, almost Friday. So I like to hear TGIF. LJ Foran is already diving into the puzzle, giving us one across, and Tina as well. Okay, before we dive into the puzzle, I just want to say a few things. If you are new here, hi on YouTube to Dominic. If you're new here, the way this works, my name is Jack. I will guide us through this crossword, but these are always more fun the more collaborative they are. So if you see a clue and think you know the answer, pop it into chat, and I will try to collect everybody's input and make this a group solving effort. Yeah, Tina's calling it Friday Eve. Lucky's in chat. Welcome, everybody. Hi, it's just Abby on YouTube. And we also have a cool crossword today. Warthog giving me the pointer emoji. Let me tell you about today's puzzle before we jump into one across. So Arkadium, in addition to producing its own games, they also aggregate games and puzzles from other places. And so they recently just acquired the rights to run the LA Times crossword puzzle. So the idea is that Arkadium is kind of this one-stop shop where you can source crosswords from all of crossworddom and not restrict yourself to just one. So today, for the first time on Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live, we're going to be solving a crossword produced by the LA Times. I happen to know they make phenomenal puzzles, so I'm sure today will be no different. All right, just checking my Mr. One Clean says my birthday is tomorrow. Well, happy almost birthday. Thank you for joining us to solve a crossword. Okay, why don't we dive in? And by the way, normally our crosswords have titles, and that's where I start, but the LA Times crossword does not, so that's another difference today. It's just, we will figure out the theme as we go. Today's puzzle is by Joe Rodini, and I'm psyched to dive in. Okay, people are already giving me one across, especially on TikTok. So package closer, one across, 4 letters. People like tape. Yeah, tape will close your box. That is sensible to me. And let's check the T. Salsa star Nieves. Not sure I'm up on my salsa dancers. Anyone know? Anyone know this one? The Miniest Mini wishing Mr. Clean a happy birthday, which I love to see. Chat supporting chat. The Miniest Mini was actually a star of the puzzle on Tuesday. So we'll see if you show up in today's puzzle. Ubone writes Tito. Yeah, very plausibly. Tito. Do you know Tito Nieves, or is that just a guess as a 4-letter name starting with a T? Let's check the cross. Oh, Lucky was like, I thought of the salsa dip. Yeah. No, I'm assuming this is not someone who's a star at making salsa, but dancing salsa is my guess. You beat me at 13 across. You beat me. Yeah, Amy Gal was quick on that one. I lose. Maybe I lost could be it as well. But I lose seems like a verbal equivalent of you beat me. And the I works well with Tito, so Ubone, it's a good wild guess so far. Working out for you. Sog blank, spinach and potatoes dish. Anyone know this? I happen to. So, yeah, Amy Gal's on a roll today. Nice. Oh, Scott Alexander has another suggestion for 13, which is I give. You know, kind of like Uncle. I forfeit. But EW and AJ Bradley and Amy Gal are telling me that Alu is the spinach. Sag Alu is the spinach potatoes dish, and I agree with this. Sag just means spinach, and Alu just means potato in Hindi and Urdu. So I feel pretty confident about this one. We eat a lot of Alu at my house. Hotel amenity, 4 letters, starting with a P-O. Yeah, Minis were calling when they were the star of Tuesday's puzzle. Right in the center, Mini, just for you. Yeah, Tess and EW and S2K giving me pool for hotel amenity. That's looking right. Should we look at our first long across? Yeah, why not? We got a grid spanner. It's probably a theme answer. Annoyingly shrewd. Annoyingly shrewd. Might be too many blanks to get this just with the TOO. What do we think? Oh, don't. Who is it? Ubone is guessing 20 across. Yeah, because what's is guessing oolong tea for 20 across because what on earth could start with OOL? Well, it's not oolong. It's something else. Well, aren't you fancy? Oolong does not fit that clue. Warthog says I missed the title. So actually today there is no title. We're doing an LA Times crossword puzzle. For the first time on Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live, we're solving an LA Times crossword by Joe Rodini. And LA Times does not title their puzzles. So we'll have to learn the theme as we go. Yeah, Rand and Lucinda giving me, well, aren't you fancy? Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Ubone, yeah, you were wrong, but it was a very solid guess. OOL, pattern matching for oolong. I see what you were doing. Oh yeah, right. So Tony Octopus gave a suggestion. Let me scroll back. Yeah, Tony Octopus, interesting suggestion for 17 across, annoyingly shrewd, too clever by half. Let's see if that fits. Too clever by half. Wow. If that's correct, well done, Tony, for seeing that just off the TOO. Very impressive. Tess says I like Tony's suggestion for the long one. Yeah, I do too. Too clever by half, annoyingly shrewd. Kind of a quaint expression. I don't know anyone who would say this, but I get it. Okay, where are we? Slip away. Yeah. Michelle on TikTok is telling me escape. Yeah, slip away, like escape from prison, slip away from your cell or something. Let's check 14 down. Yeah, clutch new escape. Allure competitor. Allure competitor. What do we think for this one? We might as well check the cross as well. 22 across. Basketball Hall of Famer Bob. Oh, I definitely need chat for my Basketball Hall of Famers. If it's not Michael Jordan, I am kind of out of luck. Yeah, but meanwhile, Rhonda and Thad Sushbaze and Tina and Denise are giving me L. Yeah, Elle and Allure are both beauty magazines. So they, I suppose, are competitors of one another. Nicely done. Anyone know their Basketball Hall of Famers? Artist Soul on YouTube also knew L. Well done to you. Stanky writes petite. Bob Petite, like this. Probably not pronounced that way. Denise also giving me petite. Okay, I'll trust you guys. Mika, thanks for liking the live. Oh, I'm getting alternative spelling. Sydney and Jessica say it's spelled like this. Pettit? This is more of a last name. Petite isn't really a last name. Maybe that was autocorrect at work. Pettit, at least I've met people with this last name, so I don't know. We'll check some crosses when we get to the center, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's go up here. 5 down, real ID issuer. Issuer. Okay, Tina confirming yes, Pettit. Thank you. Real ID issuer next to caviar. Yeah, Sydney saying, I wonder if it was autocorrect. I think that's probably what happened. It's a common issue. The Tubby Custard, it's kind of a funny username, writes DMV. Yeah, Real ID issuer, the Department of Motor Vehicles. Artist Soul on YouTube got DMV as well. Nice job. And Cam P is giving me roe for caviar. Yeah, caviar is just roe, fish roe. It's fish eggs. Kind of gross when you think about it, but tasty when you eat it. Closed as drapes at 5 across. We're cruising today. Pretty smooth pace. You guys are doing well. Very well. Closed as drapes. What do we think for this? Yeah, that looks good. I'm liking the suggestions I'm seeing on TikTok. AJ Tony Octopus. I'm getting some people say drew and some people say draw. There tends to be agreement between the clue and the answer in terms of tense. So closed is past tense. So we're going to go with drew, which is past tense. Minius Mini on YouTube also knew that one. Yeah. I also enjoy this clue because, I don't know, if I were tasked with writing a clue for the word drew, I think my first thought would be a name like Drew Barrymore. And my second thought would be drew a picture. But I like when it's sort of not your first thought of how you use a word. It's sort of an unusual way to use a word. I like thinking about you drew the drapes closed. Yeah, drew because closed, as Tony Octopus points out. Exactly. Drop the ball. Nobody in chat is dropping the ball so far. I think you guys are all keeping your eye on the ball. Yeah. Denise and Tina, Miss Rhonda, Lucky and Rand all saying air. Yeah. Yeah, if you drop the ball, make a mistake, you air. Okay. Second helping, crossing. What do we got? Halloween decor. Okay. I see this. Jilly, hey to you. How are you doing? Yeah, Pizza Pete says air is classic crossword. It's so true. This word comes up in crosswords so much more than it comes up in real life. That's just part of crosswords. These short words with common letters, they show up all the time. So, Jilly, thanks for the heart. And if anyone's watching and is not already following Arkadium, please do consider it. It really helps us keep the show going. And it helps you because we're here every day solving crosswords. And if you are a follower, you will be reminded of our next stream. Miriam, thank you for the heart. Yeah, webs. And Jessica giving me the spiderweb emojis. Awesome. Yeah, Halloween decor. You decorate your bushes outside with spider webs to make it look all spooky. And second helping was more. Makes a lot of sense. Great. Great, great, great. I'm feeling good about this. Understand. 3 letters starting with an S. And let's look at the cross as well. Favorable vote. Nice. Alec. It's a new username to me. Alec writes C. Yeah, I understand. I see. I see now. Exactly. Seems perfect. And then favorable vote, we got, we actually have a split in chat. Maybe some people are saying yes, some people are saying yay, yay or nay. Really, it could be either. So let's check the cross when in doubt. Nice thing about crosswords is they give you 2 shots at every square. Reunion attendees. Oh, Cody actually says, oh, yay with Y-A-Y, but I like C, so I think it's not going to be Y-A-Y. Let's see. Alex says, I've been here before. I enjoy the daily crosswords and learning new stuff. Oh, well, glad to have you back. Sorry if I missed your username in previous streams. Very glad to have you back. Yeah, a lot of people saying alums for reunion attendees. I like that answer as well. We're talking high school reunion or college reunion, and that works nicely with yay as the favorable vote. Looking good. Maycheck5 likes it, Caden likes it, so I like it. Let's check this long down. Bush brewing partner. Yeah. Although something weird is looking weird here. Am I losing it? Jessica's art. What is that emoji, Jessica? I can't tell. I'm like squinting my eyes at that. I thought you were giving me beer. Dad Not Dude says Anheuser. Yeah, that's what I thought. Jilly says Michelob, which almost fits with the H, but it's not quite in the right position. Yeah, Warthog saying Anheuser. Oh, it's the graduation emoji. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, I couldn't see the graduation caps on the TikTok's black background. Okay, so I thought this was Anheuser, but somehow Jilly's like, I don't know, I don't even drink that stuff. Yeah, it's definitely Anheuser-Busch, right? But I'm not seeing how an L is going to work there. Maybe we check across. Rohan says Anheuser. I kind of just want to sort out. Maybe we sort out this top section. It'll make sense of things. Skilled at 9 across. And place for some finger painting at 16 across. And the question mark indicates that you should not be reading the clue at face value. There's definitely some wordplay going on. What do we got? Ah, yeah. Jillian, USP427 and others are saying able for skilled. I like that. If you're ready, willing, and able, you have the skills to do what you need to do. And that works well with Anheuser. Okay, maybe alums is wrong. Is that what's happening? Oh, Jessica. Yeah, Rand. I see. Good work. Good work. Ants. Aunts. Oh, it's a family reunion. Tough clue. Tough clue. It's a family reunion, so aunts attend. I actually think that this was intentional. I think they knew that we were going to think alums because it's also a 5-letter word beginning with an A. I think the constructor was intentionally trying to pull one over on us, and it almost worked. Yeah. And now Anheuser-Busch works perfectly. Look at that. I'm happy. What do we got? Let's look at the downs. Call to Bo Peep. Call to Bo Peep. Yeah, we got most of the letters in place here. This is looking natural. Dad Not Dude is like ants. Thumbs up. I agree. Yeah, I think we averted a crisis there. Zeno, cool username. Dysentery Gary just answering with an emoji. Yeah, puts a sheep emoji in chat. Bah. And short for short. Yeah, Debbie Hohorst says that as well. Everyone is saying Lil, like an abbreviation for little. Tess says, who is Bo Peep? Bo Peep, that's from a nursery rhyme, Little Bo Peep. She was like a sheep herder, a shepherd, I guess, right? So her sheep would call that to her. And what do we have here? One with a pole position. Dysentery Gary, very quick on elf, very funny. Yeah, the North Pole. Elves have positions as little workers at the North Pole. Very nice. And what was this? Place for some finger painting was nail. Also a very cute clue. Lucinda giving me the nail polish emoji. Yeah, not finger painting like smearing paint with your fingers, but literally painting on your finger. I like that clue. All right, new section. We survived. Jessica's like, haha, cute. I agree. Clever. Yeah, it says Tina. Minius Me says, Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep. Yeah, I can't remember the exact line, but that sounds right. It rhymes. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep. What's the next line? Wine shop order at 30 across. Wine shop order. I want to put wine. That's what you order at a wine shop. But that's not going to be the answer because they don't repeat words in the clue and answer. Oh, Jessica writes case. Jessica's ordering whole cases of wine at the wine shop. Ooh, interesting. Warthog and Logic Gal say rosé. Twink says this is a hard clue. Yeah. It's hard because it's a little vague, right? Maybe case, maybe rosé. AJ says rosé is also smart. So, when in doubt, we're going to do what we always do and check across. Actually, let's check this 36 first. Invoice number. People are still pretty split in chat on whether it's rose. Tess points out that either way, I can put an S here. Very astute, Tess. If it's rosé or case, we're getting an S here. I like the way you think. And for that, let's check this S. Venerable monk of English history. I remember learning about Venerable Bede, wasn't it? Venerable Bede? B-E-D-E? Am I losing it, or was that right? But that doesn't fit, obviously, so maybe there's another venerable monk. What do we think? What do we think? Saint something. Okay, maybe we need some crosses. Oh, Saint Bede. Oh, yeah, I was even saying it. Yeah. Saint Bede. That could very well be it. Venerable Bede. I definitely remember learning about this, so I guess Saint Bede does make sense. All right. Does that make any sense of 36 across invoice number? Invoice number? What do we think? And should we check some downs? Oh, wine bar order. There's a lot of wine in this section. So we got wine shop order crossing wine bar order. And I like amount. Lucky and Lucinda are both putting amount, which is AMT is an abbreviation for amount, and an invoice number. Number is also abbreviated in the clue, so this looks good to me. Unprincipled at 31 down. And remember, we're thinking that this top letter is either going to be an O for rosé or an A for case. So what do we think? Twink says I wouldn't have gotten that. You mean you wouldn't have gotten amount? What, whoa. Yeah, we're cruising. Okay, Dill and Rand and Tina and Big Hig are giving me amoral for unprincipled. That works very nicely with the clue and sorts out our debate about rosé versus case. It was case after all. Can't remember who it was. Was it, who was it who said case at first? Jessica said case. And then we came in with rosé and people were split on it. Can we make sense of a wine bar order now? Wine bar order at 30 down, CA. Huh. Tough, kind of a tough section. I feel like we were starting very smooth. Oh, Ramrat68 has a nice guess, and Big Hit, carafe. We're getting large quantities of wine today, cases and carafes. No cups or bottles. Nice work. AJ Bradley says y'all are too smart. That's how I feel every day, AJ. Jilly's like, whoever at that shop ain't messing around. All right, 39 across. Singer Flack. Singer Flack. Yeah, I have heard of this person. Don't know her music very well. What else are we thinking? Oh, yeah, Jonah. Yeah, you guys know. Roberta Flack, exactly. Nice. Roberta Flack. What does Roberta Flack sing? Knitting Nurse says, love Roberta. Yeah, what does Roberta Flack sing? I've definitely heard of her. And should we check 42 across? It's looking like 42 and 37 are also theme entries. 42 across is hello? Ooh, this is going to be tough to get just from ARE, huh? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not for you guys. Big Booty Mix and Dill and Without Limits all saying, are you there? Yeah. You guys are good. That could very well be the answer. Hello, are you there? Nice work. And what's up at 45? Grow Dim, okay. With all these letters in place, I think this is pretty clear. Lucinda, Big Hig, Without Limits, Tony Octopus, all saying fade. Yeah, to grow dim is to fade. Because if we didn't have all these letters, it might have been tougher to see. I could see pale working or other things, but fade looks wonderful. And 48 across, to be. To be. ELE blank blank is to be. Ben says elegy. It fits, but I'm not sure I understand it with the clue. DJ says elect. Yeah, like a president-elect. Jilly says elect. Oops. Jilly says elect as well. Amy Gal and Debbie. Nice. Yeah, like a president-elect is president-to-be. Tough stuff. Chrissy Tin says elect. Love it. Well done. All right, shall we go to this center section? It's looking a little bare over here. Falls for something, hook, line, and sinker. Efon, thanks for sending that heart. Appreciate it. Falls for something, hook, line, and sinker. Yeah, Big Booty Mix and Tess and Amy Gal are quick on this one. You guys are always quick. Lay got it as well. Eats it up. Falls for something, hook, line, and sinker. Yeah, if you just like eat it up, whatever they're feeding you. Chrissy Tin got it as well. Nice one. Good entry, too. I'm not whiffing a theme yet. So far, I think we have 2 theme answers, 2 clever by half, and are you there? Maybe we look at 37 and see if we can make sense of it. Unrealistic enterprise at 37 across. What was the clue for 32 down? Where's 32 down? This one. Yeah, venerable monk of English history. So this is Saint Bede, Venerable Bede. And since English is abbreviated in the clue, we're getting an abbreviation at the start as well. Big Booty and Jessica and Dad Not Dude and Lucky all saying pie in the sky. Wow. With just the I and the E in place, I'm impressed. Pie in the sky. Nice. Yeah, unrealistic enterprise. AJ Bradley's like, holy cow, guys. Seriously, how are you guys doing this? Lucinda's like, Jessica, wow. Yeah, I am impressed as well that you guys get this with so few letters in place. And it checks out with the P here. Look at this, 37 down, Maven and Pro. Clever people indeed. We always get the cleverest people in chat. Staging area at 23 down. AJ Bradley's like, now I want pie. Yeah, no kidding. I could go for some pie and some aloo. Staging area at 23 down. Yeah, an attempted misdirect in the clue, but not misdirection for you all. Staging area is a theater. Normally you think of staging area as just any place where you're kind of setting up, but literally we're staging at theater. A lot of nice cluing in this puzzle. Yeah, there's some debate about ER versus RE. RE is the British spelling. We tend to have American spellings in these crosswords. Apologies to any Brits watching, but we're going to be spelling theater like this. Yeah, exactly. Lucky ER America, RE UK. All right. 33 across. Or Paige says RE is live theater and ER is like film. Is that true? I would always spell theater as ER. Maybe I'm wrong. Anarchy Angels, hi to you. Yeah, Chrissy Tin writes shied away from. I guess AJ points out that it could be shies or shied, true. And actually the S is looking better with this T that we already have in place. So yeah, to shy away from something. Yeah, Tess is asking for 24 down. Oh, this looks like a revealer of sorts. Sundial 3, and a loose depiction of the last part of the geometry formula hinted at in this puzzle. Oh my. How are we parsing this? Okay, so Sundial 3, we already have Roman numeral 3 in here, so I think we have this correct. But this is supposed to give us some insight into the theme, I believe. Yeah, people are putting their 3 eyes in chat. Roman numerals, Sundial 3, and a loop. Maybe we get 58 across, the last theme answer, and return to this and try to make sense of it, because I'm a little puzzled by this. What do we think? Dysentery Gary asks, what is the theme? Well, so the title, we don't know. It's an untitled crossword. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I think people are getting it. Nice. Yeah, Nicole, credit to you. Formula is, okay, so I see pi here. And we're talking geometry formulas. What's 58 across? Should we get to 58 across? All right, yeah, Paige is asking for 46. Why don't we return to 24 down? I kind of want to complete the theme and see if we can make more sense of 24 down. Pink Perennial, Paige asks what 46 across is. Pink Perennial. Yeah, people are saying pi r squared, which is the area of a circle. So we do have pi here, and we have r here. Dean Sammy, thanks for following us. If anyone else is watching and isn't following, do please consider. Yeah, Nicole's saying it should have square somehow. It's not quite making sense to me, because how does 2 clever by half fit in? Pizza Pizza's Pink Peony Club. Pink Peony Club, yeah. The Pink Pony Club. We're singing Chapel Roan today. A peony is the pink perennial. Yeah, I think Jamie has it. That's what it is. It's not pi r squared, it's the other one. It's 2 pi r. That's awesome. 2 clever by half, pi in the sky, and are you there is 2 pi r. So we're somehow getting a geometry formula. I'm dying to know what 58 is. Should we look? The Mini says, TikTok are crossword wizards. I know. TikTok also just tends to get a bigger crew, so we got a ton of answers flying in on TikTok. 58 across says returns to the beginning as suggested by the phonetic formula found at the starts of 1737 and 42 across. I see. Returns to the beginning. Okay, so we're definitely talking about a geometry formula. Rough Life, thanks for sharing. Yeah, Lala's saying circles back, something like this. Nicole, yeah, Nicole. Oh, you guys are good. Yeah, I love it. Comes full circle. Ah, and it fits. That's beautiful. So this is all an ode to 2 pi r. 2 pi r is the formula for the circumference of a circle. So the length around the edge of a circle, and we got 2 clever by half, pi in the sky, are you there, 2 pi r, and everything is coming full circle. Very nice. Very nice theme. But what is this? I'm still not actually getting this one. Sundial 3 and a loose depiction of the last part of the geometry formula hinted at in this puzzle. Yeah, Jamie is asking, how does that resemble? It looks like a straight line, exactly. Like 3, is this supposed to kind of look like an R as the end of the, it says at the end of, yeah. Is anyone making sense of this? Oh my God, I just saw it. Oh, this is actually beautiful. Yeah. Oh, wow, it's beautiful. Look at this. There's actually a circle in the grid. This is the radius. This is representing the radius. These black squares are circular in the center of the puzzle. I didn't even notice that. And we have a radius emanating from the center. Yeah, Lucinda, that's beautiful. Anarchy Angel's like, oh, wow, this is amazing. Lay is like, it's genius. Wow, this is great. I was, Anarchy Angel's like, my mind keeps getting blown. I know, I was already impressed with the theme. Lay says, whose puzzle is this? The constructor's name is Joe Rodini. Wow, to actually have this visual element of a circle in the grid with this radius here, that was worth mulling over. I was wondering, should we move on from this? It's just not really making sense. It's a gorgeous touch. We actually have a radius in the grid, and the squares make a circle. Wow, love it. I'm very impressed. Very impressed. Tina's like, this is too clever by half. Yeah, it's very nice. All right, 25 down. Like paperback novels once. Jilly, thanks for that. What is that attractive rainbow gift? Like paperback novels once. Yeah, 10 cent. Oh, can you imagine those days? Buying a novel for 10 cent. Patria Burton, nice work. I'm Fixin' To also got 10 cent. And what's this one? Multi-episode narrative. Oh yeah, Minius Mini. Unfortunately, sorry to say, I think YouTube is very delayed today. Sometimes this happens where the YouTube comments come in well after the TikTok comments, and so Minius Mini is just answering peony, which means I think my audio must be well delayed on YouTube. Apologies for that. But Anarchy Angels and Jesse Valdez are getting a story arc. Multi-episode narrative is a story arc. Nice. Nice entry. Now I can't stop seeing this circle. We're like populating the middle of this circle. Tinge. Tinge. Yeah, DJ and Dad Not Dude and Tess all getting Hugh. Warthog pointing out that arc actually kind of fits with the theme as well, right? These are all little arcs of the circle. Nice. Let's go up here. 35 across. SeaWorld Performer. 4 letters starting with an S. And we have a bunch of letters in place at 41. Tried to win over. COUR blank blank blank. Jennifer Hensley on YouTube got Hugh. Nice work. Oh, wow. TikTok chat is really bumping now. Lay and Dysentery Gary got seal. A SeaWorld Performer is a seal. That looks very correct. And Lay and Warthog giving me courted. Tried to win over. Courted, yeah. Tried to win over romantically. Bringing roses and what have you. Jilly says Shamu doesn't fit, so maybe seal. Yeah, exactly. That was my first thought as well. All right, smooth section. 27 down. Toll House Chocolate Chips Maker. I know this one, especially with all these letters in place. Jennifer Hensley also got courted on YouTube. Nice work. And Over My Head 12. This one was not over your head. It's right, Nestle. Yeah, Nestle makes chocolate chips. Oh, Jasmine even included the little accent mark on the E. Very nice touch. And Lucinda giving me the chocolate bar emojis. Shri on YouTube got Nestle as well. Nice work. Over My Head says unusual for me. I don't know. Don't count yourself out. 28 down. Acquire. Acquire. Yeah, Tess and AJ and Nicole all saying take on. Oops, not a J. Yeah, to take on more work or take on. Over My Head, thanks for following us. Thank you very much. And what do we got here? A foxy one. We already have sly in the entry. Foxes are known for being sly. And 44 across London facilities. Okay, the Brits in chat get their shout out after all. After losing the theater debate. Dean Sammy says, sly dog. I guess dogs and foxes are both known for being sly. And the London facilities, not an easy clue if we didn't have any letters in place, but loo, facilities, is kind of slang for bathroom, and loo is what they call the bathroom in London. Taylor A got sly dog on YouTube as well, and Shri. Nice work, everybody. Very nice work. And Lucinda's given me 3 different dog emojis. What did I do to deserve that? 47 across blank shui. Yeah, Nicole had her finger on the trigger with that one. Definitely feng shui. It's gotta be. And why don't we polish off 43 down, turn the soil. Turn the soil, crossing, not wholesale. Okay, what's the opposite of wholesale? Again, a lot of these clues would be difficult, except that we have letters in place, and I mean, that's, I guess, the whole point of crosswords, is that as you go, it sort of gets easier and easier. Yeah, retail, exactly. Oh, and I think Shri on YouTube got hoe. Yeah, so a hoe is a garden tool. You turn the soil with it, kind of like a metal rake. And 50 across, not wholesale, without limits. And Addie are telling me, and Joseph Rice, retail. Yeah, retail. You buy it at the store rather than wholesale in bulk. Awesome. All right, got to scroll a little bit on the crossword. Let's check this long one here. Application for crow's feet. I'm already liking the letters we have in place. Yeah, 43 down apparently was censored on TikTok. That sometimes happens, even though there's a 3-letter word for donkey that also gets censored on TikTok, even though it's just an animal. Chrissy Tin and Simply Sweeter says ice cream. I wish. Joseph Rice says eye cream. That's what I think the answer is. Crow's feet are like little wrinkles that form on the corner of your eye, so put some eye cream on to patch those right up. Comes full circle. I'm still reeling from this theme. It's gorgeous. Uber alternative. Abdelaziz Haddad, thanks for sharing the live. I'm sure I just butchered your username. Jilly says to prevent crow's feet, no laughing and no smiling. Yeah. You'll have a miserable life, frowning through life, but at least you won't have wrinkles, right? Jessica answering in emojis, putting the taxi cab, Lucinda close behind. And AJ's like starting to forget that cabs still exist. I know, I can't think of the last time I took a cab. It's all Ubers, all Lyfts. Taylor A on YouTube got cab as well. Nice work. Nice work. First word of the Lord's Prayer. And at 60, we have source of inside info, and we got a question mark. So the question mark is indicating some kind of misdirection happening here. Coco and Gemma and Jay got our. Yeah, first word of the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven. Taylor A on YouTube, just crushing, one after another, getting the right answers. And what is source of inside info? Yeah, Lay wanted a mole. That is what it sounds like, right? Like a mole, a spy gets inside info, but no, with a question mark, it's going to be a misdirection. And Dysentery Gary and Dad Not Dude got it. Jesse Valdez and MRI. It's a very cute clue because it gives you info about the inside of your body. Miriam says, are you guys planning to make Arkadium games into an app on the App Store? I am pretty sure that Arkadium has an app. So do go check it out. I would be surprised to learn that Arkadium doesn't have an app. But in the meantime, you can go to Arkadium.com. They just acquired the LA Times crossword, and that's what we're solving here. Yeah, and with MRI, we should check the crosses. It's always good due diligence. Mystique is an aura, and hat part is a brim. Yeah, the brim of a hat. Love when the crosses check out. Very nice. Poetic contraction at 49 down. Okay, Anarchy Angel says I downloaded the app. So yeah, Arkadium does have an app. Yeah, tis the season to be jolly. Poetic contraction. Nice work. Chest bone. I guess I can only think, yeah, this makes sense with an RI blank. There's only one bone that's gonna complete this. Astrid. I don't think I've given you a shout out yet today. Says rib. Chest bone is a rib. What's this BF? Oh, lifetime pals briefly. Okay, this does actually work. I always panic for a second when the two letters next to each other do not look plausible. But this one is actually going to work out, I think. Lifetime pals. Yeah, AJ Bradley in all caps. Lay giving me ribs emojis with meat on them. My favorite barbecued item, says Jessica. Yeah, I could go for some ribs with some aloo and some pie. Lifetime pals are BFFs, best friends forever or for life. Like the center space on a bingo card. 4 letters starting with an F. And then can we check 68 across for S or L? Yeah, 68 across. Oh, I see, because it could be best friend for life. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, fair point. Dylan and Jellyfish, though, are giving me free, so I might as well put that in. Like the center of a space on a bingo card. Yeah, it's a free space. You don't have to wait for that to get called. You always get the center space. And let's check this. Blank machine. And we're pointing out that this could be BFF, starting with an S, or BFFL, best friend for life, starting with an L. So can we think of a type of machine that starts with either an S or an L? Yeah, I like Petrea's suggestion. Ooh, Dean has a nice suggestion too. So most people are writing slot machine, but someone wrote soda machine. Soda is not looking as promising with the crosses, is it? Because I don't know what URO is. Let's try slot machine and check these crosses one at a time. .com address is a URL. That checks out. Sign for most of August is Leo. Yeah, so it's zodiac sign. Yeah, Anarchy Angel's pointing out that Slot works better with the verticals, exactly. And let tennis call. Okay, these all check out. It's got to be slot machine. Sweet. All right, only one section left in this crossword. Everglades bird, I blank, I blank. Tom on YouTube got slot. Nice work to you. I blank, Everglades bird. Yeah, you guys are fast. And ibis. Although, once again, this RB is kind of concerning me. Maybe we check it right away, just to not get too deep with a mistake. MLB sluggers. Okay. MLB sluggers. Can we make sense of this RB? Yeah, Tina is a little concerned about the RB as well. I can sort of... Yeah, Dad Not Dude, I think you're right. Strange answer. Okay, we got two possibilities. Petrea says RBIers, like people who get RBIs. And AJ and Dad Not Dude said RBI men. So I guess they could both work. But an RBI is runs batted in, which I think works with MLB. They're both acronyms. Lay, thanks for the heart. Why don't we check some crosses? Toys with. Yeah, we still got people weighing in on RBI men versus RBIers. Maybe we check these crosses because it'll actually help us sort it out. Although the moment I say that, KMP and Jesse Valdez come in on TikTok with flirts. Toys with. Flirts, yeah. Flirts with. What do we got at 55 down? Future docs exam. Yeah. This one's kind of a gimme, right? Amy Gal and AJ and Jilly quick to get MCAT. Okay, so that actually does work with RBI men. That is a strange crossword entry. RBI men are MLB sluggers, the ones who get the RBIs. Interesting. All right, only 4 squares left. This flew by. It always flies by when you guys are on your A game. Idris of the Wire. I definitely know this guy. And should we check? Yeah, I'll just fill this in first. Yeah, nice work. Shiwei and Dylan got Idris Elba. Idris Elba. I think that was his first major role. Now he's a superstar and he's kind of in everything, but The Wire was his first major role. Make it snappy. STA blank. Make it snappy, and what do we got at 66? Wild guesses. Okay, we pretty much already have this in place. Make it snappy is stat. I'm thinking of like in an operation room, you know, I need 5 cc's of saline stat. I'm sure that was not medically accurate. And wild guesses are stabs. Let's make sure it works with 57 down. Twigs digs, a fun rhyming clue to end us off. Nest. All right, should we put Anarchy Angels like, oh, let's go. I know. Do we get the confetti today? Anarchy Angels giving me the drum roll. While I have you all hostage waiting for the confetti, do consider following us if you don't already. It really helps us continue the show, and it'll help you because we stream every single day at noon Eastern time with a new crossword. And if you follow us, then you'll always be reminded of our streams. All right, I'm putting the S in and seeing if this works. Yes, nice work, everybody. Efon, thanks for that. Peach, Julie, thanks for the gift. That was very fun. Beautiful crossword. Wow, honestly. Annoyingly shrewd, too clever by half, pie in the sky, and are you there? Giving us the formula at the starts 2 pi r, and we just come full circle. And this amazing little touch of having an actual circle in the grid and a radius depicted with 3 eyes. Linda, thank you for following us. I loved this puzzle. And it was a great introduction to the LA Times crossword at Arkadium. LA Times has been producing amazing crosswords for decades, and now you can find them at Arkadium.com. So do check it out. And join us again tomorrow. We'll be back with a new crossword, same time, noon Eastern, and I really hope to see you there. Bye, everybody.